In this video, I would like to show you how to create a traffic ad for your blog. So first of all, again, we go into our ads manager and then afterwards we click on traffic. And when we scroll down, we can first of all name our campaign. And for instance, we could name this campaign traffic for our blog number 1. And now we click on continue. So right now, as you can see, we moved from the campaign level directly to the ad set level. So this is now level number 2, and on this level, we can now define who we want to target. We can already see here on the right that we have an audience size of around 36 million people, an estimated daily results reach of around 4,800 to 14,000 people, and link clicks around 56 to 320. What I want to do with you right now is I first of all want to create a new audience. So we scroll down and go to audience, and now what we're going to do is we first of all going to define who we want to target. So where are these people living? For instance, if we are bloggers just in Germany, we probably want to target people in Germany. But if, for instance, we are blogging outside of Germany and only want to target people from the United States, we click first of all right here on this little box, and then afterwards what we can do is we can add a certain location. For instance, we can add United States. So now it says United States, and we have basically the country itself targeted. So right now we only target people that live in the United States, and we can exclude certain parts and include certain parts. Now, of course, we can, for instance, target the United States and we can include the city of Berlin. Now, does it make sense? To be honest, most of the time it does not. But as you can see right here, we basically now are targeting the United States and we are including Berlin. So both of these places we have right now added directly to our audience. Now, what I want to do is, for instance, I just want to target the United States and I want to include the city of London. So right now we are targeting the United States and the city of London. So this is basically the radius that we're targeting right now. If you want to change the radius, just click right here on the plus 25 miles and then, for instance, change it to 50 miles. Or perhaps change it to something lower, let's say 10 miles. Or change it to something in between, let's say around 30 miles. So we now target people in the United States and in around London in a 30-mile radius. Then down below we can add an age. For instance, we can add the age 18 to 65 plus, or we can do something else and add, for instance, the age 24 up to, let's say, 35. So 24 to 35. And then down below, we can also, of course, change the gender. Now, for instance, right now, we are targeting both genders, men and women. But of course, we can also change that. We can say, all right, we only want to target men, or we only want to target women, or we want to target all genders. Now, down below, we have languages. And languages right now could, for instance, be English. In this case now, I would say English all, because we're targeting people from England and, of course, the United States. If we would only take English US, we would only target people that speak American English. If we would only target English UK, we would only target people that speak British English. But when we choose English all, we're going to target basically both Englishes. We're going to target British English and American English. And then, of course, down below, we can add certain interests. For instance, we can add the interest blogging. So we just write blog, and then afterwards we click on this one. And as you can see now here to the right, we have a predefined audience. We right now have an audience of 14 million people, and we have an estimated daily results reach of 2,800 to 8,500 people, and link clicks of around 34 to 160. Now, I can recommend you to try to get this blue bar all the way to the right, all the way to the right. This one right now is quite to the left. So for instance, what we can do is we can just narrow this audience by clicking right here on narrow audience. So what I want to do with you right now is I want to look for another term that is related to blogging. For instance, what we could do is we can look for dog blog. Let's see, dog blog. Maybe there's something like that, dog with blog, dog with a blog. Dog owners, maybe we can target dog owners. That's not too bad. So right now we are targeting people that like blogs and that are dog owners. And as you can see, our results reach is right now down to 2.5 million, and we have 2,400 to 7,800 as a daily results, and of course link clicks 28 to 110. Now, of course, we can add another interest. We can narrow the audience even further. or we can exclude people. So for instance, when we when we narrow the audience even more, we can, for instance, type in companies that are related to dogs. For instance, Pedigree. I hope I spell this correctly. Pedigree. There we go. That is a company. And for instance, when we type in Pedigree, our audience is going to become much smaller. In this case, perhaps too small. It says potential reach fewer than 1,000 people. That's just simply too small. So we're going to take this out again. And for instance, we're only going to target people that are interested in pugs. So we just type in pug. And then afterwards, as you can see, we now narrowed our audience. And this bar already went a little bit more further to the right. Now, of course, we can narrow the audience even further. For instance, we can narrow the audience to people that are interested, let's say, in what else, which kind of breed. We could perhaps also go with Chihuahua. So now we added the interest Chihuahua, and let's see how many people we now have to target. All right, and this is actually a very, very good results reach. It says right now your audience is too specific, which is not too good most of the time, but our bar is very far to the right, which most of the time just shows that this is a very defined audience. Now, if I would have to choose between this audience and the audience before, I would rather go with the audience that is a little more broad. So because the bars are, not even at the middle, which is fine, but we can just simply reach more people, and also on a daily basis reach more people. So I'm just going to leave it like that, and afterwards I'm going to scroll down, and right now it says edit placements. Right here I can now decide where I want my ads to be shown. For instance, I can make my ads be shown in just a certain place, or I'm going to choose the automatic placements option that gives Facebook, which basically is just targeting people everywhere. And then edit placements is we can now edit where we want our ad to be shown. For instance, right here, Facebook targets everywhere when you choose the automatic placements, except with stories. But now if we say we only want to have that in stories, we just simply type in stories, and we take the check marks out of all of the other boxes. And of course, then we can see our daily results reach. In this case, actually didn't change much. But now we only gonna target stories, or we can only target feeds, or we can only target the home button. We can do so many things right here. Actually, what I would do right now is I would just go with actually all of them. So let's go on automatic placements. And then afterwards, I want to scroll down, and I want to click right here on daily budget, because I always like to run my ad continuously every single day, spending $5. So right now I typed in $5, and as you can see right now, we can reach around 380 to 1,400 people per day and get around 5 to 33 link clicks on a daily basis. Then down below, I want to run my ad set continuously starting today, and then afterwards I just simply click on continue. Now we moved on to ad level number 3, which is now the actual ad. So first of all, we have to decide from which kind of Facebook page we want to basically let the ad be posted. Now, the Facebook page Leon Chaudhary could, for instance, post this ad. And we can also, of course, add an Instagram account if we want to. Now, down below, we have 5 different types of ads. For instance, a carousel ad, which is basically a compilation of photos. Then a single image ad, which is one photo. Then a single video, which is of course just one video. A slideshow, which can just simply be, for instance, multiple videos and images together, and they're looping. And then of course we got a collection, which is perhaps the most creative version of a Facebook ad. I'm going to show you how to do that at another time later on here in this course. Then let's scroll down and let's add a text first of all to our ad. This right here is a preview of our Facebook ad. And for instance, right now we can add the text, would you like to know about the cutest dogs in the world? And I see right now, I think we chose the wrong ad. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go up here again, and I'm going to change it to single image. So I only want to create a single image ad right now. And I'm just going to add the text that we just wrote in here. And right now we have to, first of all, add a URL directly to this ad. And for instance, we can choose this URL right here of our blog, and where we say the cutest dogs in the world. We're just going to take this URL right now, copy paste, and then afterwards bring it up here, click on the button website URL, and then we can insert this URL directly into the ad. Now, if you want to add a photo, just simply go up here on upload images. And as you can see right here with the link, we already have quite a good image, I think. If you want to add any kind of other image, you can do so at any given time by going right here to upload image, and then you can upload images directly from your computer. Or what you can do is go to free stock images and, for instance, pick a stock image that is related to dogs in our case. So I'm just going to type in dogs, and for instance, we could go with, let's say, this one right here. Then we click on confirm, and then afterwards inside the ad, you'll be able to see this photo. So it will take a couple of seconds until this photo has uploaded, and then you will be able to see it down here. So there we go. As you can see right now, this is the photo that we chose. Would you like to know about the cutest dogs in the world? ? And now we can basically drive traffic to this blog page right here. And now we can also, of course, add a headline, which is basically this part. For instance, cutest dogs in the world. And then down below, we can also add a button, this one right here. We can, for instance, add the learn more button, or listen now, send message, see menu, shop now, sign up, watch more, request time, apply now, book now, contact us, download, get showtimes. Now, in this case right now, I would do learn more. And then afterwards, you just simply click down here on confirm. And now it will take a couple of seconds, but then Facebook is going to confirm your ad. They first of all have to check it. And basically an artificial intelligence is checking it. So it will take a couple of seconds until the ad is online. And then afterwards, if you want to have a look at the ad, just simply click down here on close. And as you can see right here, we now got our ad ready and running. It's currently in review, but it will take a couple of seconds, and then this ad will be online. If you want to delete the ad or you want to disable it, just click right here on this button and leave this check mark in here if you want to delete it, because then you can go up here to this little trash can, and then when you click on the trash can, you can actually delete this ad. So let's do that right now. And then we just click on delete, and afterwards this ad is gone and you don't have to worry about it anymore. So right, that was it now here for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we are going to see each other in the next one.